Well, all right, you get your block back from the machine shop. You may have had it bored, decked, maybe had it line honed, had some other things done to it, and we know how much that stuff costs these days. And then maybe it'll be a little while before you get to assemble it. You might be waiting on some parts or things like that, so you need to store it somewhere to where, you know, it won't rust up. And a lot of times, you know, you think you're going to get right to it, but it ends up being a year, ends up being 2 years. You know, just time sometimes it gets on the wrong side. Then when you finally do get to it, you unbag it and you find out, you know, every surface, the bore, everything's, you know, got rust on it. And so to protect your investment, at least what I've learned, and this is especially if you have like not a good place to put it. Say you bring it back, it's in the machine shop bag that they put it in, and you know, if you have a heated area, you know, it'll last a little bit longer, be a little bit better. But anyways, if you just have a little old shed outside or it's just in an unheated garage, I have found that like just WD-40, maybe even some oil, grease, they say attracts moisture. I'm not sure. I've not used grease, but anyways, I've not found that any of those, especially if, you know, the motor gets moved around, the bag gets ripped, there's a lot of things that happen. And then, you know, during the winter time, if it's not in a heated place, you know, get real cold that night, block will get real cold, and then during the day everything warms up, and then the thing is going to be like a sweet tea, you know, a glass of sweet tea just sweating, and that sweat and that water on there is what brings all the rust. So anyways, I'll show you how I guess pickle one up a little bit, and it seems to help. Kind of like a onion, I guess. I figure layers of protection help out the end result. And so, like I say, I will always like double bag them with the contractor 55-gallon bag. But you know, they get ripped easy. You know, you move a block around, anything like that. It is easy to get, you know, to rip. But one other thing I do that I find better than the WD-40 and stuff like that, and you can still use WD-40, but I first start out with, it's called chain wax. And so this chain wax is kind of like a cosmoline wax. I guess, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but like a lot of metal parts or machinery and stuff, they'll spray them down with that cosmoline, and it's kind of like a coating on there that protects it from rusting. But I found I just used that chain wax. It was about the same thing. Let me get it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, well, since I use this chain wax on my motorcycle and I had it around readily, I had done some work to this block and I was going to have to put it in storage for a while, and the building it was going in definitely wasn't the tightest building, and other things that I've had in there that were metal, you know, they get the surface rust because how cold it would get. Then during the day it'd warm up and they'd just sweat. So what I ended up doing is coating this engine here with this chain wax. It's basically, they say it's kind of like a cosmoline, very similar to a cosmoline coating, and it, you know, offers displacement of water and humidity in the environment. So anyways, it was just like another layer of protection. And so I double bagged it with 2 contractor 55-gallon bags, and I had basically painted it with this chain wax, and I left it in there maybe close to 2 years. And when I got it out, you know, it looked good. And as far as cleanup goes, as far as, you know, anytime you have a motor probably sit a long time anyways, you're going to want to wash it and clean it up and things like that. And I found out just lacquer thinner in a rag, it wiped up, cleaned up really nice, and I didn't find any rust anywhere on it. So I think that's Another good layer, so you could actually spray that on there, let it dry, and then you could, you know, spray WD-40 over the top of it and around places maybe you didn't get with this for extra protection. So anyways, thought I'd share that. So after you spray it down with that chain wax, it'll have sort of a gold appearance, and it'll actually dry. You know, that's why it won't sling off a chain, because it dries like a wax on there. Puts a thick film on there, and then just get you some heavy-duty contractor trash bags, and I'm gonna lift it up and double bag it and set it back down. Alright, so we got it all chain waxed up, got it double bagged, sealed off good, put it on the pallet, so maybe in a couple years, if I ever get to this thing to build it, it'll still be in good shape when I pull it out. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much.